In U1a7, I'm going to talk about some of the challenges that face video editors, especially first-time video editors, and some things to keep in mind as you're creating projects and editing projects. First one is keeping everything into one project folder. By now you should have learned that in Adobe Premiere Pro and any NLE software, the the media that you import into your project, the video clips, the music files, even the photos, are just linked to the main project file. They're not copied to the project file. So all those files need to be in one place all together in the project folder so that if you move that project folder, everything moves with the project. You might want to keep that folder organized by different shoots. You might want to make a folder for shoot 1 or shoot 2 or scene 1 or scene 2 as you get lots and lots of video. You might want to consider naming your video files. Often students will just drag a whole bunch of files in there called MTS 0001 and then 0002 and then 0003, and those can be hard to keep up with. You don't remember which video was the one that has got the girl walking across the stage, and so if you name it Girl Walking Across Stage, it's going to be easier to find that video later. Take a moment to name your video files before you start editing, and it'll be easier to work with them later. Project file and backups. The Premiere automatically creates backups and it automatically makes a folder for that. Get used to knowing the difference between a backup and your actual project versus a backup that you made between one you made and one that Premiere made. Premiere also creates a lot of temporary files. Anytime you render or anytime you have a preview, it's creating other files in other places. Don't mess with those files. Let Premiere manage its own temp files and you'll be better off. And keep in mind that audio, that's music that you import or still pictures you've taken, those are media and they belong in the same project folder. Reference only for media files. What that's saying is when you import a media file into Premiere, it's importing a reference only. It's not importing the entire file. Talked about that already. And once again, this gives you the ability to move that project folder later to another disk or to another computer without having to worry about relinking video. It also gives you the ability to archive. Premiere's got a very nice feature where when you're done with creating a project, you can create an archived version that's usually takes up a lot less storage space than the original version. Talk with your teacher about the ability to archive your projects to have access to them for later, but when you don't need to actively edit them anymore.